So I have it about that far away, roughly. Something like that. I should swing around to suit you.
Yeah.
Ready? Nervous?
Thought there might be a bit of a warm up first.
No, we're straight in, mate.
Into it.
Greg Carter, welcome to the podcast. My third one. As you heard from the others, I'm a bit of a pro at this now. So we're going to hopefully come through your journey, what you've done at EDC CrossFit, journey as CrossFit kid, to a member, to a coach, and now competing at fairly high level of CrossFit, which is pretty cool. Yeah. And then like your where you're going to be going moving forward. So that story, so people get to know you a little bit. Yeah. So let's start off, probably bring that a bit closer, but let's start off when, your first time in CrossFit. Or actually, let's start before that. What did you do before you did CrossFit?
So yeah, before playing CrossFit, big into rugby, kind of played relatively high standards. I was in Hampshire and London Irish Academy. And then just training rugby like 3-4 times a week. And then parents heard of the CrossFit gym, probably been open for like a year or two at that point. And then they were like, oh, let's start on this teens thing. Like, do you want to give it a go?
Hang on, let's timestamp this. How old are you here when you're playing rugby at all these different levels?
So playing rugby through the age of like 4 up until I stopped when I was 17. Mm-hmm. So like 4 years ago. And then kind of started higher level at 13 through to 17.
Okay, and then so your mum and dad, legends in our community. Stephen Trudy. Who joined first? Who dragged who? Did they both come together? I can't actually remember.
My guess would be it was my mum first.
You reckon, yeah?
Based on like what they usually do. She probably dragged dad along. But it might have been both of them at the same time.
Okay.
100% sure.
And it was about a year, so 9 years ago, basically.
Yeah, probably about 9 years ago,
wow,
yeah.
That's incredible. So they started training. Yeah. And then you come to one of our first, would it have been kids then? Not teen. You were a teen by this age?
Yeah, so I'd have been 13. So
okay.
CrossFit teens, me and my brother.
Yeah, okay, I can remember you got. Do you know what? I actually remember more some of the photos we got of you. Just absolutely brilliant. Yeah. They're doing your thing. So you come along to the CrossFit teens and started developing there. With rugby stuff, did you, I take it you weren't doing any strength and conditioning with those guys?
No, so there's no strength and conditioning for that. So this was kind of like...
Yeah, how come? But they don't have the time. You don't have time or...
Wasn't time, I think.
Facility?
No facilities. Like at academy level, there was the facilities, but we're only training once a week. So they'd rather like skills and rugby over strength and conditioning. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I kind of just saw CrossFit as a way in for like support for rugby. Yeah,
which is the perfect support for rugby. Okay. Can you remember by any chance the first sort of workout you did or one stick in your head, one of the first ones we would have took you through as a teen?
Not massively. I remember like the old gym setup was like ropey, like massive flags hanging everywhere.
Oh, yeah, wow. Yeah, I can remember that. Like, that was old school.
Yeah, wooden platforms going down the middle.
Oh, yeah. So back in the day, we used to instead of having like these nice rubber floors all the way throughout, we would have literally stable matting. So it was like a 1.8 metre by 1.2 metre stable mat. You would the 40 kilos are a nightmare. You drag them in, put them in place, and then we'd have a strip of wood that you would stand on to lift. Yeah, that's probably proper old school now. So, that's when you were there?
Yeah.
I'll guess if I can hook out a photo and overlay it on this video right now, just so you can see how bad it was. Okay, so that's when the old rig and stuff would have been a right setup back then. Yeah. Were your brother trained, you and your bro?
Yep.
And then from there, so my real first bit when I sort of see you change was in lockdown. I don't know if that's too much of a jump, but I can really remember lockdown vividly for you. I don't know why that's so weird.
I think same for me. So previous to lockdown, we did teens like 13 through to 15.
So we're just once a week with us, wasn't it?
Once a week with teens. And then started to get a little bit better. And I think come 16, started joining the adult classes. I was on 2 a week with that. I was probably only doing that for like 6 months. And then lockdown hit. And that was when like nothing else to do. And then they're doing this at-home programming. Yeah,
so you're at school. You're at school, right?
Still at school, yeah.
GCSE year on before?
Yeah, GCSEs.
So GCSE, you get locked down.
Yeah.
And obviously, everyone had to move online, which we did quite swiftly and got online. So your mum and dad were like, "Oh, can you jump in a session with us if you want to?" So you're on Zoom.
Yeah, so on Zoom, jumping in, and like we're doing a session every day, like nothing else to do. So like, wake up, do this class online. And that was kind of when I got the bug of like, training every day. This is quite cool. I can see myself doing this more.
That's a good side of lockdown, right, for some people. Yeah, I same thing for me on the lockdown. I can remember being on the Zoom, so I sat there on my laptop, seeing everyone's screen. And I was like, you go out for a run or whatever
Yeah.
and come back. Oh, Greg's in quite quick. He's got some lunges. And I can remember like a jump lunge workout or something.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's just done 60 unbroken. I was like, this kid's got some like aerobic capacity here. And that's when I started like watching, like, okay, this kid's going to be pretty fit. So we were on and off of lockdown, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
A year was it? I can't even remember. I was like, deleted that out of my
time.
brain. Yes, that's when I really started noticing that you had the capacity there. And you were doing jobs at the gym before lockdown, or was it after lockdown? Were you sort of like helping at the gym?
Before lockdown. I think probably hadn't been doing teens that long.
Yeah.
Probably a year maybe.
And you got recruited into the system.
Into pushing this like 100 kilo scrubber dry around the gym.
That's where you got so strong.
Yeah, having to like lift it over the wooden platforms back then, waddling around this thing.
Oh, that's great.
Doing like other cleaning bits as well, yeah.
Yeah, so we got Greg on board just to do, like ad hoc cleaning bits around the gym, which
Yeah.
is cool. But we had this scrubber dryer, like Greg said, a massive thing. It like puts water down, vibrates in your nuts off you.
Yeah.
Always breaking down on it and stuff.
Yeah.
So you had to drag that around the gym. That's probably
Yeah.
what got you strong. Okay, so we come back after lockdown. You finished school at this point?
Would have finished school yet and started college.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like 17ish at the time.
Still training twice a week?
Still starting college. Still doing classes twice a week.
Mhm.
And then with the cleaning, got to use open gym. In college, not really in college very often. So it's like any free time I had was in open gym. And that's when I started my programming with James.
Okay. James Strudwick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he started programming for you.
James started programming for me. I kind of over lockdown realised I had like decent lung capacity, aerobic capacity, but like my strength, my skills were like nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
And you're
something to
17?
work on. Yeah, 17
Okay.
at the time.
All right. So through college, did you finish college? You finished college, didn't you? You did 2 years of college.
Yeah, 2 years of
2
college.
years. Yeah, I obviously didn't do any of that, so
Yeah.
I don't know how long. So you did 2 years of college. In between, you're doing little bits for us at the gym.
Yep.
Yeah, training in open gym.
Yep.
Following James' program, doing some classes.
Yep.
Okay, so that brings us up to 18. How did we approach you starting? 'Cause you're going to go somewhere, weren't you? You're supposed to go to uni.
Yes.
I remember this whole battle with you going to uni. You didn't want to go, did you, or something like that? Tell us about that.
I think got my level 1 when I was 17. So that would have been second year of college.
So just explain that to people.
So to be able to coach CrossFit, you got to get your qualifications, which is level 1. So it's like a weekend course, kind of a bit of theory, bit of practical, just
A written test.
written test. Well, little check boxes
Yeah,
to
yeah.
tick.
Multiple guess.
Yeah.
Multiple guess test. So before that, we must have spoke, like, forgive me, I'm going to lose it. We must have spoke about, you said, can I do some coaching or something? Was that how it would have gone, or did I speak to you?
I think you approached me.
Yeah.
You kind of said, would this be something you're interested in? And kind of at the time, I haven't told you before, like looked up to Tom a little bit.
Oh, here we go. So
Yeah, that's all the compliments he's going to get on this. We actually looked up to Tom and kind of thought, like, this is cool. Like, does he like enjoy it? And I'd done a little bit of coaching at school, like with younger years, and kind of knew I enjoyed it.
What were you coaching? Rugby?
Rugby, sports, just kind of little bits, like athletics days sort of stuff,
cool.
like running little events like that at school. So kind of knew I really enjoyed like the coaching element. So thought, kind of give it a go.
Yeah.
Make some pocket money.
Okay, so 17 when you did your level 1. That's cool.
Yeah.
Because you go there and they give you that massive pamphlet, level 1
Yeah,
pamphlet,
yeah.
which is massive to read.
Yeah.
I can remember I flew to Salt Lake City to do mine. I sort of pre-read it and I was like, I've got an 8-hour flight, 9-hour flight. I'll reread it again.
Yeah.
I was rereading like, oh my God, there's so much information. It's free to download as well. So if anyone's interested in start coaching, just download the CrossFit Level 1 handbook. Like, that is worth a fortune, that book.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
That book is worth
everything in there.
By itself, that book is
Yeah.
worth a fortune. It's free, which is incredible.
Yeah.
So 17, you go off and do your level 1. Where did you go? London?
Basingstoke,
Oh, did you do a Basingstoke?
which is quite cool.
wow.
Older Marston, so
Yeah.
just
sorry.
outside Basingstoke, which is quite nice.
Yeah, easy.
Kind of 20, 30
Yeah,
minute
back
drive.
each day.
About luckily I could drive at the time.
That's handy.
Wasn't relying on parents' taxi service.
Mum.
Yeah.
They would have trot you off anyway with a bacon roll, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 17. And then did we start you straight on like the process, like shadowing, getting involved, bits and pieces?
Yes.
Was it?
Straight after started shadowing, like any
Mm-hmm.
free time, just kind of sat watching from the edge, kind of picking up bits from different coaches.
Yeah.
And then slowly started taking a warm up and strength.
Yeah.
Just slow building into the first session.
Yeah. Can you remember your first full session at all, like coaching it, or the first full session by yourself?
Yeah, I remember my first full session. So I was like...
Was I watching? Was someone
Yeah,
watching?
so Tom was there. Mentally prepared just to do the warm-up. By this point, I'd nailed down the warm-up.
Yeah.
Remember, like, my first time, like, at the front, you're, like, there, like, just staring at the screen, like, not making eye contact with anyone. Like, how am I going to ever do this properly?
Yeah.
And then you kind of build up confidence, what you're saying. So, like, nailed the warm-up at this point. Come in, it's like, just going to take the warm-up again. And then...
Because I'd normally ask you, what do you want to do today,
Yeah.
right? And you're like, oh, just do the warm-up, do the warm-up.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, Greg probably needs to kick up the arse here.
And then Tom was like, that warm-up was good, you want to, like, go into strength? Did the strength. And then it was like, cool, just you want to carry on to the Metcon.
Like, I'm on a roll, baby.
Yeah, on a roll, flowed through, obviously quite clunky.
Yeah.
First class, but yeah, I remember that first one. And
That's so good. I can remember actually, we got like a mezzanine at the top that overlooks the gym floor. And like at first I'd be with you on the gym floor, just pointing bits out, but over the weeks and months, I'd then start migrating up to the top and I'd write stuff down. Can you remember?
Yeah.
I can remember having like 4 sheets of A4 at the start, like writing, scribbling down A4, all these little bits, and then going through it with you like this, and it whittled down. I can remember like towards the end, I had 3 little points, and they were like really BS points. So I was like, oh my God. And each time I go back and Catherine would be asking me, how was Greg? At the start, I'd be like, oh God, yeah, I have 4 pages. Then I'd be 3 pages, 1 page. I was like, I couldn't really find anything. I was struggling to find bits and pieces. So it's just like the evolution of it. And I think the way we coach the coaches, I've learned over time as well, but it's such a nice way in, these little baby steps to bring people up. And you're doing it now with the Jamies, right?
Yeah.
You went in and watched Jamie Fellows the other day, didn't you? You said you were really good and you're happy with the movement.
Yeah,
so
really
how it's come full circle, right?
Yeah.
For them. So so Greg now is running. You're probably doing what, 70% of the hours EDC?
70-80% hours.
You're doing a lot of chunk of work down there, which is great. What would you say to anyone thinking about coaching? I asked this to Lefty and he had his own opinions on it. What would you say if someone come up to you, one of our members come up to you and said, look, I fancy doing some coaching?
I tell them like 100%.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there's anything else you kind of get like the same feeling. Like for me, I think one of my mates asked me like, what's so good about it? And like the best way I could put it was, especially where we are such a community gym, like these people are coming in, they also almost become like your mates. And then you're coaching your mates through, they're like PBing, whether that's like a lift, like first box jump, first time running. You almost get to like celebrate with your mate. You've got them to that point. It's kind of just that like feeling.
Yeah, that's a really nice way of looking at it. Yeah, and that's true, isn't it? They are our friends. Without doubt. 100%. We see them. I see them more than I see my family. Not my immediate family, but my mum and dad and my brothers. I see them more. We've seen these people 3, 4, 5 times. Annoyingly, some people 6 or 7 times. You know who you are. A week. So we're seeing these guys, and you can see them incrementally improving over time, which is amazing. That's nice to hear. What about like the works? It's not easy. You're at the gym at 5:25, 5:30. We'll talk about Marbella in a minute. You just said, so when did you come back from Marbella?
Got back Monday evening.
And you've coached?
Since then, I've coached every hour from Tuesday.
But you weren't supposed to be coaching this morning, though.
No.
So you had to stand in for another coach this morning. So, so it does look good. It looks on the outside it can look good, but you do get the early mornings. We generally have this time of day off, which is midday. Nice. We generally have this sort of day off, and then we're back in the evenings. I was going to say something, I can't remember what I was going to say. Something about coaching. Oh, I have to remember it. It was so about coaching. Yeah, I see it that for me, the coaching that 1 hour, so that 1 hour when the clock starts, whatever time it is, to the clock finishes, that is the easiest bit of my day. Like that is most enjoyous. I enjoy it the most. I push it like in a flow state. It's just so natural to be there, to go off a warm-up. People asking you questions about the warm-up. Like that is the easiest bit and my most enjoyable bit of the day. As soon as that clock stops, I'm like, that's the end of the session. I just sort of like can like glance at my phone. I see these emails come in, this BS is coming. I was like, oh my God. So yeah, I love the coaching portion. Probably not the 5:55. So, I really love getting up for those. Actually, I like taking the class. I don't like getting up for the class. But yeah, so it's rough to smooth, right? But hopefully there's more smooth than it is rough. And then leading up to competition. So you've done multiple competitions. What was your first real comp?
So first comp was 17. To kind of going back to like the program with James, like that was kind of one of the reasons I started, because he was competing at the time, knew it was something I wanted to do, and he was doing European Championships at the time, qualifiers for that, and he was like, oh great, there's like a teens division, so under 18s, he was like, you should give it a go. It's like first online qualifiers. I'd done the Open by this point.
Okay. You knew you had a rough idea what was coming your way.
Roughly what was coming my way. It's like first time like setting up your phone to film and awkwardly stood there in front of it, been like, Greg Carter, 17, EDC CrossFit, workout 1.
Oh, I don't miss those days.
No.
I don't miss those days.
And yeah, so I did the qualifiers, like no idea what to expect. And then...
Was I there? I must have been working there. So was I at that event?
No.
Was I not there? Left.
Not at that one.
Okay.
You're there. I did it the year after.
Okay, so you did the run, swim outside. Was there
Like,
run, swim, run,
run
kayak?
paddleboard
Okay,
sort of thing.
that's it,
Yeah. So yeah, I qualified, and that was at 17. I went to Nottingham. We're in like the Motor Point Arena, which is like quite a big place.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
There, like,
It's an ice rink, isn't it?
yeah,
It's
like,
not-
ice
that's
cream
crazy.
next to it, and there's like host festivals in it and concerts and all sorts. Like massive. You like go and you're like, oh my god, like this is cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, didn't really know what to expect. Day one, like I was like a little 17-year-old boy.
Nervous.
Compared to everyone else, they were like, "There's no way they're 17. Like they're
Really?
massive."
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
The size difference in some of these people, some of these kids.
Yeah. The first event was off-site, so it was a run, paddleboard, and then run. And I was like, no idea how I'm going to do. Spoken to some mates who do like running for like their sport, and they just said like, just try to stick behind the person in the front. So that's what I did. I was like clinging on to the person in front. I was like, I feel quite good, and then got onto the paddleboard and was like, oh my god, like I'm in the lead.
What's going on? What's going
Oh,
on?
yeah. And then on the run after, like quite a decent gap, won that first event, and I was like,
Oh, that's so good.
I'm going to win the weekend. And then it got to like the stuff like high gymnastics, high strength stuff, and I was like, okay, there's like a lot to work on.
Did you have like muscle ups and stuff at that stage?
No, so I was talking to someone else about this the other day. I had no muscle ups at this point, and they only had them in the final. I was like, I'm not going to get to the final, it's fine. Anyway, I ended up getting to the final, and it's like 21 muscle ups.
Oh, was it a classic 21-15-9? Was it?
I think it was like 10 reps, 6 reps, and then
Okay,
like, something like that.
Yeah.
I was like, never done a muscle up, maybe like one with like a band. I was like, oh no, like this is gonna be so bad, like in the middle of this arena, people watching you just like flapping on the bar. Anyway, managed to get all 21 muscle ups
Did
out,
you?
like with just like that atmosphere.
Yeah.
Just all singles, one rep.
That's so cool.
And yeah.
And especially not done them
Yeah,
before.
not having done them.
So you basically
Like,
PB'd in there 21 times.
PB 21 times.
Ah, mate, I'll take
It's
that.
cool, yeah.
I'll take that. Okay, so it's from your first comp, and then you started. What was your second one? And then was it all individuals? I know about the British teens. You've been doing that for a while.
Yes, I think next one probably would have been European champs again as an adult. Intermediate division.
Yeah.
Kind of didn't really do any other comps. Just had a year like solid block training.
Is it still following James's program at this point?
Yeah, I think it still would have been on James's.
Yeah.
At that point, and yeah, I did that intermediate one solo, and then kind of went a bit better. Still like a lot to work on, and it was that point like James was like, probably can't quite give you what you need, and then jumped onto a different program.
Yeah, where did you go after that?
Went
Was
to
it
Proven.
Yeah,
after that.
You followed Dave for a couple of years.
Yeah,
didn't you?
followed them for a couple of years, which was good. Like a lot more volume than what I had been doing.
Yeah. And what are you doing? So let's just timestamp this. What are you doing? You working for me yet, or
Yeah, so this would have been second year of college.
Yeah. Okay.
So I was doing like the odd shift, thereabouts.
Oh, yeah.
Slowly getting into a bit of competing.
Yeah.
And then
Still pushing the scrubber dryer around.
yeah, still pushing the scrubber
Good
dryer,
lad.
coaching a little bit. And then it was only after college I was on a gap year. And
Yeah.
that
So
was-
because you were might have gone to uni, right? That was like the
Yeah.
natural progression.
Yeah.
What would you have done at uni if you went?
So I had a spot at Bath for sports coaching and management.
Okay.
So I was kind of like there, like, I'm kind of already coaching. Like, why am I going to go to uni to learn how to coach when you can do it in a practical environment?
Do you enjoy like that further? Did you enjoy further education? A part of it?
Not massively. I was relatively good at it. Like,
Oh, were you?
got quite good grades. So like to get into Bath, I got like A, B.
Okay.
Which is relatively good.
Yeah.
And kind of
Relatively good without putting a lot of effort.
without
in,
putting in a lot of effort, much
Yeah.
to my mum's annoyance. Like, trying to push me to revise, I'm like, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Kind of got through, got the place at Bath, but like never really fully enjoyed it. Always enjoyed like more like practical side of stuff.
Okay. So you have this option to go to Bath.
Yeah.
And then I think I remember like speaking to you, and I was like, look, I think I didn't want to say don't go to Bath.
Yeah.
And I was like trying to be as
Yeah,
neutral
yeah.
as I can. And then you decided to go travelling. You had a gap year. You decided
Yeah.
I'm taking a gap year, and you wanted to do some work, didn't you?
Yeah, so that gap year for me was like obviously still had my place at Bath. I was like, I'm just going to go all in, start training a lot more, coaching a lot more, kind of took up a few more hours doing that. Did a little bit of travelling in the same year. And then it was like doing that for the year. I was like, I'm enjoying this, learning so much. And that's when I was like, I'm not going to go to uni.
How did that conversation go? Well, I take it both your mum and dad went to uni.
Yeah, both mum and dad, both brother went to uni. I don't think my parents would admit it properly, but I think they were kind of a bit like, oh, like,
yeah, it's scary, right?
We want to push him that way, but we're not going to. Like, we'll support me in whatever I wanted to do.
Good parents, right?
So yeah, it was a bit of like, you sure? Like, you're just going to be like loafing around at home, doing nothing. Just do a little bit.
They said now it's the right decision? Are they they're cool. They're on board. Yeah, that's great. They didn't miss a beat, did they? So you had to make this decision. Was that quite scary? Do you have to like write and say I'm turning down my sport, or do you just not turn up, or how does that actually work with universities?
It was. Remember at the time I tried to defer another year, so I was still like was a little bit on the fence. I was like,
of course you would have a safety blanket.
Yeah,
right?
I was like, when I was 18 at the time, like getting up at 5 a.m. You're like
struggling a little bit.
Can I still do this for like another year? Like I'll give it a go. I want to see if I can defer my spot, and they're basically like, no, you can't. Like, if you want to do it, you have to, like, reapply again in a year's time.
Okay.
So that was, like, my spot gone.
Right,
like,
okay.
Committed into coaching.
So you're in. You're now in. What year is this? When we like September then? That's when the normal intake is.
Yeah. So this would have been September, probably 3 years ago now.
Okay, 22.
Yeah.
September 22. So when did I take on this gym? 23. About right? Yeah. So you're about there for about a year now.
Yeah.
Okay, so you now September 23, competing, doing different comps here and there, jumping into filling up team slots and people at EDC and stuff like that, which is cool. And then from there, just bring us up to like today. What you've been doing, like coaching wise, like getting a little bit more. I'm trying to bring you in like that managerial role sort of thing, like bring you up that way. And then any other comps you did leading up to Marbella. So I want to talk about Marbella comp.
Yeah, so kind of big ones I've done like since starting French Throwdown.
Oh, that was amazing.
Which like you guys were at. And that was actually where I kind of sat in between workouts and you first threw the idea to Catherine of getting Wessex. Yeah. So where I now, and like Catherine's face was like, oh my God.
Yeah, so before we got, because we went over together, didn't we?
Yeah.
Did you fly over? And we drove the motorway over. Yeah, like the day before we drove here to see this gym, and then we're over there. And I must have told you, Greg, I just looked at, okay, cool. So you were part of the first conversations with Catherine about taking on this gym. Oh God.
So that was French Throwdown. That's when I kind of realised I was like, I can use this competing thing to get a bit of travelling. Yeah. And it's since been
great comp, right?
Yeah, really good comp.
Oh yeah, actually, I want to rewind a bit there. Actually, did you do 2 strength training back to back? So I want to talk about your strength training because you were in like amazing shape going into.
That was after French Throwdown.
You did 2. So you did the French Throwdown.
Yeah.
Which you're in great shape for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then did you get ill? We'll talk about that in a sec. Did you? I can remember you got wiped out, or was it? No, you must not. You probably rode that for a while. Yeah. So you did 2 strength training sessions after that. Not strength training sessions, 2 strength blocks.
Yes.
After that.
Yeah, after French Throwdown, I think that's when I probably realised that I had the fitness but wasn't strong enough.
Okay, yeah. So you did the French Throwdown, which was amazing. I can really remember you then going like knuckling down, and you did 2 proven strength cycles, and you did 1, and it was just before Christmas night. And I said, Greg, you wouldn't do anymore. Yeah. You were like, I'm done with this. I said, Greg, you need to go on another strength cycle. I was like, trust me, you need to go on another one. Yeah. And you did it, didn't you? And it made a big difference to your numbers.
20 weeks just strength.
Yeah, that's big.
Like 1 or 2 Metcons a week.
Like living at home, chilling out, no great stresses in life. Like perfect time. How old were you been there? 20?
Yeah, 19, 20.
19, testosterone, 3 ear rolls, doing 2 back-to-back strength training cycles. So 20 weeks of just eating and lifting heavy. Okay, so you did French Throwdown, so that was in June, July time, 23, and then 2 strength cycles. Any comps in between then? And did you lose any fitness in the strength cycles?
Yeah.
Top end?
Lost a lot, yeah. I remember did Apex with James.
Oh, yeah. Was that finals? You did up to the finals?
So I took your spot in the final.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. The starts off, so it's like strength, engine, metcon. Strength, I was like, this is amazing.
I got this.
I feel so good.
What was the strength test? And so if someone doesn't know, Affex is sort of like a high rock sort of thing, but leaning more to a CrossFit. And you have 3 different like floors. You have a strength floor, 20-minute rest,
Yeah.
engine, 20-minute rest, and like a Metcon floor. And what's the strength? Can you remember?
So strength was 10 rep max front squat.
Okay, nice. That's a good test.
Yeah, which is cool. And then it was like 3 rounds. Was it 3 rounds? It might have been like 5 minutes max strict pull-ups.
Oh,
just
wow.
alternating with partner, max strict
Oh,
pull-ups.
I think
Which-
when me and James did it, we had match strip pull-ups as well. Okay, cool.
See, that bit felt really good. And then went into the engine and I was like, oh no, this is not good.
Was it
Like-
I think it might have been the same workout. Was it the same workout? Was it the run?
Yeah, it was the
Run, ski.
5K run.
Yes,
and you had
same
like
workout.
ski, row, bike. I remember being on the runner at the end. James had just sold himself on the bike to finish the bike. I was on the runner like shouting for help.
Yeah,
I was like, James, I need help. Please help me.
Right, because it's probably one of the first times we've been on an assault runner, which are
Yeah,
different. Without that,
yeah.
if you've not been in an assault runner, you need to jump on one. But yeah, oh, that's cool. And then there was rest, and it was the Metcon at
Yeah.
the end, sandbags and
Yeah.
devil's press or something like that. Wasn't
Yeah.
it? Something like that. Okay, cool. So you guys did that. We finished third, didn't you? Second, third?
I think we came second. Yeah.
Did you? Yeah, podium. Remember you guys
cool.
podium? Yeah, that was cool. Okay, so that's off the back of your strength cycle. Realised, lost a little bit of fitness.
Yeah.
But it's quicker to get fitness than it is strength.
Oh yeah.
Without a
Yeah,
doubt.
it came back pretty quickly after
Yeah.
that, which was good.
And then that leads us into like 24. Any big comps in 2024? Did you go back to the French or anything?
Didn't do French, but I did go to Italy, so Italian championships.
Yeah.
Which
How'd you get on there?
came fourth,
Oh, I love
which
it.
is cool. I love like throughout competing. I think I've got like 4 or 5 fourth
That's
places.
the best spot, I know.
which is
Just off the
so
podium, no one knows
frustrating.
about you.
Yeah.
That's not good.
So I went to Italy, Naples to do that, which was really cool.
Yeah.
That was like my first.
That was swimming. You had swim there as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
They do quite. How do you say that compared to the French?
Pretty good, not quite as big. Like French throwdown, there's like kind of elite athletes there.
Mhm.
They kind of recognised from the CrossFit Games.
Yeah.
This one was a little bit smaller, but still
Good, well programmed.
like very well
run.
programmed, very well ran.
Recommended to
kind of-
people for
yeah,
like a holiday and all that sort of
100%.
stuff. What was Naples like? I heard it's supposed to be rough in places, or
A little bit rough, like where we were staying. Like the comp was just outside Naples.
Okay.
You're like, there's really like a CrossFit comp going on here.
really.
But like it was good. Like you just eating pizza every night, pasta,
love it.
perfect for recovery,
Love it.
which is great.
Love it.
So yeah, it was a really good comp. And then in the same year did Marbella individual.
Was I there?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
so
Catherine competed.
Catherine
You competed.
I
Okay.
competed. Yeah.
That was good. Yeah, I was on baby watch, but
Yeah.
it was a cool event.
Yeah.
And where'd you? Was that? Don't say that was fourth again.
No, that wasn't fourth.
Okay.
I think
Fine.
I was like just outside the top 10 on
Okay.
that one. That was like my first proper RX adult comp.
Mm-hmm. And did you like it? Did you like get the bug? Were you like, I want to do more of this, or was it a bit like slap to the face, or how did you feel afterwards?
Felt good.
Yeah, wanted to go more.
Yeah, wanted to go more, just giving you that kind of boost. I want to train more and
Yeah.
kind of almost, and also like go with other people as well. And, like,
Yeah, so much more fun,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Like experiencing the comp for yourself, like you want other people to experience it.
Yeah.
Which kind of leads us on to
Yeah.
this year.
Quickly touch on, because I've not spoke about it with anyone yet. Tribal Clash this year. So Tribal Clash, we've done Tribal
Yeah.
Clash, and we've been in the same. We're exactly the same team actually, 2 years in a row,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It was the same team.
Yeah,
wasn't
exactly
it?
the same team.
So 2024 and 2025.
Yeah.
So 2024, I can't remember it. Can you remember Tribal Clash 2024?
It was good. That was the first year they brought it back.
Yes.
So I know some of the older guys, Tom, Catherine, had like done it before.
Yeah, it's always been my
And
favourite
then,
comp.
yeah.
Okay, so we dragged. So yeah, so it's when the new people took over, who are absolutely fantastic. We've not done Tribal Clash. It's even better than it was before.
Yeah.
So yeah, we drag you guys down
Yeah.
for the first ever time. And what do you think when you arrived at the beach?
Like epic. Like you're on the beach, the scenery is like unreal. It's down in Devon. Like they've got these like big A-frames set up, the ropes, and you're camping on the beach. Me and Scott that you actually were in a tent. We were like, well, let's put it right in front of the sea. Like
the best view.
Our view would be great. Big mistake. Like wind coming in a little bit. Miles to walk to get anywhere. But yeah, like the setup was.
It looks up
wicked.
as you drive in,
Yeah.
and you can just see this like beach, beautiful beach with all this kit on there. It just looks
Yeah.
fantastic. And yeah, how was the weekend like toughness wise, fatigue wise, workouts, all that sort of thing on that first one?
Yeah, first one was good. Like, kind of suited us as a team. Like, as a team, we're not that strong compared to a lot of teams.
For sure.
But a lot of it's just like
Work capacity.
grit, work capacity, which suited us. Like a lot of odd object stuff, which of course we did well and got to the final that year.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah. So if you don't know Tribal Clash, you basically do about 7 events over the course of the weekend, and then they'll take the top depends how many lanes they have. Isn't
Yeah.
it? So they have 12 lanes. They'll take the top 24 teams, and you just do so the semi-final is just a tug of war. First will go against 24th, second will go against 23rd, and it's just a one-off pull on that rope. And actually, this is probably one of the bits I remember from that year. I can remember saying to you guys, like, I've been in a tug of war every single year. You have to give 100%. If you drop off by 1%, you'll lose a tug of war. And I was trying to like strike fear into you guys because I've been in some epic tug of war battles that last ages. And actually that year, the tug of war, we won quite easily.
Yeah, relatively comfortably.
And I think you lot were like, oh, Tom's talking shite.
Yeah.
And I was like, guys, that's the easiest tug of war I've ever done, just so you know. Just in case we ever come back. And then we come back the next year and it was brutal. So yeah, 2024, we'll get to the finals. We finish... Fourth. We love fourth by about...
love fourth place.
It was only like 10 seconds.
Oh, yeah. It was like 10 seconds.
But we sort of only deserved fourth, really, that year. We did deserve fourth. Like, we didn't have any more in us. We didn't make any mistakes.
No.
That was just where our fitness was, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And then fast forward to 2025. It was only a month ago, was it? 6 months ago, something like that?
A month ago.
Yeah, it wasn't too long ago. Yeah, talk us through 2025.
So, exactly the same team. Weather not quite as good this year.
Especially on the Saturday, right?
Saturday was like sideways rain.
We took another team with us this year as well.
Yeah, 2 teams there and one
cool.
from Wessex.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, rain was awful, but kind of we still just got on with it. Like other teams obviously like a little bit more cautious of the rain.
Yeah.
We still got on with it. And first 2 days went really well. Like we were in first place after the first 7 workouts.
We were in the lead, weren't we, for quite a while of the weekend, which is cool. Yeah, and we went down with no expectations, right? We were like, if we can get into the semi-finals, it's cool.
Yeah.
And then we're like, if we can get top 10 would be cool.
Yeah.
And then after a couple of workouts, we're like, we're first place. Like, what's going on here? And we just held it.
Yeah, and being one of the oldest teams there.
Oh, yeah.
I was dragging the average age down a little bit.
You were definitely dragging us down a bit. I just want to talk about the trail run. This year was the best trail run, wasn't it? It was awful.
Yeah.
Like, that first bit was just awful. It was, you did like a loop. Would you say it's about 600 to 800 meters on the beach?
Yeah.
And like set off in waves every 2-3 minutes. You set off, and it's just this beach run to deep stones, not even sand. It's just deep. And then I just remember at one point in that 800 meters, I was like 10th or something, and then we all got together, and us three were like in this little arrowhead formation, just leading off the beach. And then all of a sudden it just goes up, and it's just up this massive grass field. Isn't it? You're like zigzagging up this grass field, and then it sort of petered out and was. It's fairly hilly. It's Tribal Clash. It's fairly hilly. But I remember running that all together, and I thought this is really cool that we're all together on this trail run. Yeah, and then we get to the semi-finals.
Yeah.
We
Tug of war again.
It's just, what happened at tug of war? So first we're in first. We go against 24th, whatever. Well, let's say it's 24 teams. We go against 24th. And team 24 weren't there. They'd gone home. So we're like, hopefully we get a bye to the final. We've won the event. You know, we've won everything else. We'll get a bye. And they called up the 25th team, and it was Stonehenge, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Called Stonehenge. And they were massive. And so when they come up, I was like, oh my goodness. And I remember what the guy said to us.
Yeah, the guy obviously saw me and Scott at the front, like, two not the biggest guys, and they basically said, you may as well just give us the rope now, thinking like we're just going to put them straight over.
Yeah. So how rude's that? Well, you might as well give us the rope now. And we know them, so there's a little bit of banter involved. But it's really cool. So the tug of war, what we had to do this time was you had a line at the front and a line at the back. So you had to stay within those lines. So, and you had to, the end of it was you had to get all the ropes. So it was almost like a hand over hand tug of war rather than a pull. But if you got dragged forward, so if this person held the rope and got dragged to the front, they had to let go of the rope, but they could join the chain at the back and start pulling the rope back again. And how long was the tug of war?
I mean, we were probably just still for 5 minutes, like not even moving anywhere, just like all of us dug in.
It was...
leant back, like 5 minutes just holding.
It was awful.
And then started to get a bit to move.
Yeah, I can remember just saying, hold and dug in. I can remember James ran past me and he said, Tom, you look like a tent peg. Like, I was like wedged in the floor, couldn't see my legs. And I can remember, we managed to get a little bit of ground and we dragged their person to front. And when they let go, it was like, right, hand over hand. And this arm wouldn't come off. I was like looking at it. I couldn't make it work to grab the rope. And it was just as agony. And I had a little bit of bicep tendonitis going into there anyway. And afterwards, it just blew up. But we got through there, got to the final. And normally, you know the score, normally at a final, they'll go, okay, first place, you get a X amount of second head start because you were 10 points in front. So the weekend works for it. And this time they didn't do that. It was just 3-2-1 go. So whoever won the final. And it was just heartbreaking. We finished
fourth
again.
Yeah.
So we finished fourth in the final with no head start. Obviously, previous years there's been head starts. So it was a bit of a... So I'd like to get on the podium. Like, I've always wanted to win Tribal Clash. Never hasn't happened yet. But it's a great comp. So Tribal Clash, how many weeks ago? Didn't you do another one? Didn't you do back-to-back comps?
Yeah. Don't recommend it. Terrible idea. Like, body was not recovered. But the week after, I had British Team Championships, 18 to 21 category. So last year of doing this. Yeah, finished tribal on Sunday, and then was down in Southampton competing Saturday, Sunday for that one, individual comp. Like, body was like, what on earth are you doing to me?
Yeah.
And
Tribal Clash isn't easy, and that
No.
they're too big. Like,
yeah,
big days. How many workouts do you end up doing at the team one?
I think probably like 6 or 7 workouts across the 2 days.
And across in a final workout, or did everyone just do the same?
Everyone did the same.
Oh, that's cool. And it worked on points.
Yeah, worked on points.
I quite like that format rather than definitely the winner takes all at the end. Where did you finish?
Third. I was sat in 4th for pretty much all the weekend, and I was like, I cannot get another 4th place. I've had too many. Had to win the last 2 workouts.
Did you, for the points?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Body was like, please don't do this. But yeah, managed to win the last 2.
Did they suit you skill level-wise?
Yeah, skill level, they kind of suited me. Kind of a bit more like engine, grit sort of workouts.
Well, that's cool. So you finally got on the podium.
And then finally got on the podium.
The dizzy heights of 3rd step on the podium.
Yeah.
All about it, mate.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's really cool getting on there. Yeah. It's up your last year, though. Good to finish off on the podium last year. And then that brings us up to the comp you just did at the weekend, which was Marbella Champs. Yeah. Talk about that and who went out and that sort of thing.
So yeah, we had intermediate team, which I was in, and then we had 2 guys going from the scale, son and dad from the gym.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Which is cool. So it's like a group of us, had a couple of supporters coming out with us, kind of to make like a weekend of it.
It was an odd number. It was not an odd number. It was a team of 4, but it was an odd build-up, wasn't it? 3 guys, 1 girl.
Yeah, 3 guys, 1 girl.
Which is
right.
Yeah, it was cool. Did it work all right?
Yeah, it worked well.
Did it? Yeah, okay.
Kind of no one doing more work than the others. I was with Scott, who'd obviously just come off his Iron Man, so it's more like 2 guys, 2 girls. So I ended up getting a lot of the heavy stuff, but no, like worked well. I'm kind of 3-day comp.
Yeah. Well, what did you do on the Friday then? Did you have to register on the Friday or register
Thursday?
So
got there on Thursday, registered on Thursday. And then the Friday started up with a trail run up in the mountains.
Yeah, how was that? I've just heard something about you picked something up. Did you?
Okay,
go on. Talk us through the trail run.
Exactly. You got there, like been set off in waves. They've told us at the start it could be anywhere from 1 to 10k. If you have
literally, you don't know.
No idea how far it is.
And do you have to run as a team? How's it scored first of all?
Scored individually.
To combine time.
Combine time, so you just kind of go off at your best effort.
Yeah.
But you don't know how to pace it because you don't know the time.
And there was no inkling beforehand. You didn't see the finishers tell you this.
No. Saw
or was
nothing.
the finish was somewhere else? Was it linear then?
You finished at the same spot, but we were one of the first teams to go.
Okay.
So no one had finished by that point. So you run, it's about, end up being like 1.5k, going like up and downhill. And then you get to this point, you pick up this sandbag.
So what point did you know you had a sandbag?
We knew the evening before. So they had briefed that. They said there will be a sandbag.
Don't know how far it is.
Don't know how far. Don't know how long you're running. Don't know how heavy.
Really? That's cool.
So it's like, you're going to run, pick up sandbag at some point.
Carry it for some
point, and you're going to run back. But you don't know how long anything is. So yeah,
I like that. I quite like that.
Yeah, it was cool.
The unknowable. Yeah. They used to say that's what CrossFit was. That's cool they brought that back.
So yeah, about 1.5k, pick up like this 15 kilo sandbag, we think it was. Run like a 1k loop with this sandbag.
That's pretty long.
Like down like this super steep hill to this lake. Turn around the lake, and you're running up this steep hill. And then you drop off your sandbag.
Did you see any of the... Were you first in our team, in EDC team?
Yeah.
On the run. So did you see the other guys coming
Jeremy and Freddie had been sent off before us. So we saw them come back up the hill. I think Freddie had just ditched his bag, like hanging out. Jeremy was still like going up the hill with it. We were like, okay.
Did you manage to shout at them at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Kind
That's
of
always nice.
Shout at us. And then, drop sandbag and then run back.
And where did your team place that overall roughly?
We did pretty well. We came 10th.
Okay. How many teams?
64 teams.
Oh, wow. Big.
So yeah, it helped having Scott, who had just been training and running.
Did he beat you on the run?
No.
Did he not?
No.
Scott, he let me down, mate.
I was like...
Did you want to beat him?
Yeah, I was like, I just want to beat Scott. Luckily, if there wasn't the sandbag in there, I don't think I would have done.
It slowed him up a bit.
But it's like the sandbag kind of fatigued.
Where did you overtake him?
After we ditched the sandbags. We were like running together, ditched the sandbags, like an uphill, and that's when I kind of kicked on.
Okay.
He tried to catch up, but we were like 20 seconds behind.
And how long did it take you in total? How long were you running for? Can you remember?
About 20 minutes.
Okay. So what do you reckon it was, like 4k with a sandbag?
Yeah, it's about 4.5k.
Yeah, okay. That's good. That's a decent run, decent trail run. Yeah. How was Bella on it? Doesn't overly like the old running.
Not great.
Was she afterwards? She like, that's horrendous.
So I only found out after that she stacked it at the start, face planted.
Oh no.
So it doesn't really add to it. And then she got through it, pretty good time.
Oh, good.
I didn't see her across the finish line because I crossed the line and carried on running straight to the Portaloos. So I didn't see Bellum finish.
Good lad. Oh, we need to touch. We need to touch on that afterwards.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a really important bit to touch on.
Yeah.
Okay, so event 1 done. Happy Ted. Everyone's okay
Yeah.
apart from Bellum's fell over.
Yeah.
Everyone's a good spirits.
Yeah.
So that's away from the main venue. Is that right?
Yeah.
And then you get pulled back to the venue. Is the
Yeah.
rest of the
Rest of the comps at this venue, which is really cool. So last year they were like one venue, which is in this ball ring. Like,
Yeah.
probably still the best place I ever
It
competed.
was really cool.
Like under the lights. But it was just all in the ball ring. This year they moved to the beach.
Mm-hmm.
So they had like a gym floor of a rig, it was outside. And then further down they had like a setup on the beach, like a couple lifting platforms like in the sand.
Was it near where you were last time for the beach part last time?
Probably slightly further down.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. So, all the pictures looked amazing.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the backdrop on that was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
epic. So yeah, it looked good down there.
Yeah. So
Would you say it's better for competition down there than the ball ring?
yeah, definitely.
It's like you can do more, right? More
Do
space.
more. Like finish your workout, like go for a dip in the sea and
Yeah.
go find a beach bar to
Chill out.
chill out. Which is cool.
Okay, cool. So event 1 done. That's on the Friday.
Yep.
Any more events on Friday?
Yes, we had a second one on the
cool.
Friday,
Yeah.
which
Was it night time this point?
no, we were midday sun,
Oh, brilliant.
which was like 28 degrees. We were like,
Cooking.
this is hot. This was probably the hardest workout we did. It was like a long 30-minute chipper.
That's cool. They got some
With
long
some-
workouts
yeah,
in.
it's like-
Often when you go to comps, it's like 7 to 12
yeah,
minutes.
yeah.
Yeah, boom, and you're in and out. That's really good. Okay, go on. Explain
Yeah,
the
so-
workout.
Started off some synchro toaster bar, like all four of us synchro.
I think I've seen some
which
pictures.
like never done before.
Yeah.
And we kind of practiced like for 5 minutes before. We kind of
Mm-hmm.
did pretty well. Into some worm shoulder to overhead.
Yeah.
Which
You said the worm was heavy, right?
worm is heavy. We've been at the gym. We've got 100-kilo worm,
Yeah.
and we were training. We're like, it's easy. We're about to go unbroken. Picked it up in the warm up area. We're like, oh my god, this is heavy.
I hope this isn't the
We-
weight.
Yeah, we're gonna have to break. And then got told after it was 160-kilo worm.
That's big. That's a big
Which is
worm.
heavy. So yeah, toast bar, shoulder to overhead. You then do a bit of rowing. There was some synchro pull-ups. Again, all four of us back to some shoulder to overhead on the worm. Bit of rowing.
Yeah.
And then you finished up with rope climbs.
Mm-hmm.
So one person does 5, one person does 4, one person does 3, one person
That's
does
quite
2.
cool.
If you're not on the rope climb, you're holding the worm.
Worm had to stay off the floor the whole time.
Has to stay off the floor. If you drop it, you stop. We managed.
Okay, so you had to stop the rope climb.
Yeah.
You can only rope climb when the worm's
Yeah.
off the floor. Oh,
So-
God. 3 of you holding 160 kilo worm.
We cleaned it up. I was first to do the 5 rope climbs. I was like, "Fuck, once I've done the 5 rope climbs, I'm done. This is
You're-
going to be easy.
you're on-
I've just
well,
got to hold the worm." It wasn't easy. It was like probably the hardest thing I've ever done in a comp.
crushing
Just like your spine being compressed.
How did you have it? Like
And
running
then
across both shoulders?
Just running across both shoulders, like
Yeah.
decent weights. And I kind of was like sticking my knee out, trying to rest it on my knee a little bit. And I had to wait for the 4 rope climbs to be done, 3 rope climbs to be done. I was like, I just want to put this down. Victor was last to go. I was like, Victor, your rope climb's going to be quick.
So he had 1 to do?
He had 2 to do.
Okay.
I was like, can you just be quick? He was like, I'll try.
He
Felt
stopped.
like, I think he probably was quite quick, but he
Yeah.
felt ages. And he finished them, dropped the worm. I couldn't move.
Did you have to run back to the start after?
Yeah, you had to
You're
run
like-
back to the finish line. Couldn't move. Like, never
Really?
experienced anything like it. Like,
Was everyone else in pain as well?
just me. I think because I'd
You're
gone
so tall.
just so I'd gone first.
Yeah, okay.
I
The
was like
longest
on
time.
it for
Everyone
a
else
long
got a bit of
time.
a break,
yeah.
right? Okay.
And I was at heavy end, but like never experienced anything like it. Went to
Really?
move, and my body was like, nah.
Oh wow.
Like collapsed to the floor. Scott was like just shoving me across the
You didn't
line,
get
like
over
there,
that?
like crawling across the finish
That's so
line.
weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
How long do you reckon you were under the worm for? Like
Probably
3
like-
minutes?
No, like 5.
Oh really?
5,
Oh,
6
it's a
minutes
long time
probably.
to be under
Yeah.
tension, right? Do you
Yeah.
have a belt on?
No.
Yeah, you could probably have done with a
Yeah,
belt for that.
belt would have been nice.
Yeah.
We saw some teams after like belt up for it. We're like,
Yeah,
oh, that's a good
100%.
idea.
Yeah. Okay, so event 2, how did it go for you guys? Like, what
Again,
did you
kind
say?
of in around 10th, I think like 12th on that one.
Okay, cool.
So finished day 1, so like the top 10.
Yeah, that's cool.
Just cool. Absolutely, like no idea what to expect. And then day 2 started off with swim
What sort of time?
in
Early morning.
relatively early morning. Like we're on at like 9:30.
Okay, that's
10,
nice.
so
Not too bad. Yeah, yeah.
It was like a swim into a farmer's carry.
All individual.
In pairs, this one.
Okay.
So it's like the fastest 2 swimmers. They picked up the heaviest 2 dumbbells to complete like a almost obstacle course. You're like going over boxes, bits like that.
That's quite cool.
And then a sprint.
So on the beach, you're going
On the beach, yeah.
You put them down and then swim.
So you swim first,
Okay.
out the water. First, you're out the water, pick up the heaviest pair.
Yeah.
You kind of switch in and out whenever you want. Complete this course. Next 2 out, they pick up the lighter pair.
But you all start at the same time.
all start at the same time.
Okay.
And it's just
But
combined
it's not,
time.
but you can if you got to the kettlebells early, could you start the kettlebells? You have to wait for your partner.
have to wait for your partner.
Okay,
yeah.
so you're swimming in pairs.
Yeah,
Okay,
pretty
nice.
much.
Oh, that's quite cool.
Yeah. Another
What weight
opportunity.
kettlebells were they? 24s?
So dumbbells,
Sorry.
122 and a half, 120.
Oh.
Uneven. You didn't really notice it too much.
Yeah, okay.
You ditch them, and then you like 100-meter sprint to the finish from
Cool.
the sand.
Good workout?
Yeah, it was
good
really
blast.
cool. That was probably like our favourite for the weekend.
Yeah,
I
that's
think.
cool. Where did you finish?
Again, we finished pretty high up, like kind of 16th, 14th.
Yeah, okay.
In that one.
Yeah. How far was the
And
swim?
then 300 metres.
Oh, that's pretty decent. Was it just out and back, or did it like a?
Just just a loop.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's better when it's like that.
Yeah.
When you're not, if you go out and back, you end up like coming
yeah.
back onto people. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just like a rectangular
Yeah.
sort of looking thing. Oh, that's good. Yeah, okay. Then bit of rest.
Bit of rest.
What I liked about this comp was there was chunks to have rest during the day.
So much rest.
Yeah,
Like
that's cool.
3-4 hours. Like we just went and napped on the beach and
Yeah, nice.
Get some
It
food
soaked
in
up the
you.
sun. Well,
Yeah.
avoided the sun.
well, I probably spent a bit too much time in the sun, but making the most of it. And then we had our 4th workout, which was on a barbell, 2-parter, in pairs again. Pair 1 did 20 hand cleans, 20 front squats, synchronized, 20 shoulder to overhead. Once pair 1 had done that, pair 2 then did exactly the same thing.
On the same barbell, so the female had
Same. Female had slightly lighter, so guys were at 60.
So there's 3 bars on the floor.
You had to change. So me and Belen started,
Yeah.
and then we had to get rid of her bar, load up male bar for the
Okay,
next 2
okay.
to start. And then once we finished that, we're into 2 of us did 1 rep max snatch. You had 3 attempts, that was it. So 3 lifts.
That's quite cool.
And then once we had our 3 lifts there, the other 2 did a 1 rep max clean and jerk. And
How'd
then
it go?
3
Oh
lifts
yeah,
as well.
I heard you got a good number, didn't you?
Yeah, so 95.
That's great.
It's right, like no idea like what 3 weights to choose.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
first time doing that and it not just being time.
Mhm.
So that was cool. And then that was probably the workout that kind of brought us down the most.
Or was it because of pure
Just because
strength?
of like pure strength, not
Yeah.
the strongest team there.
No.
So I think we got like a 32nd and 25th in that one.
Okay. Well, it's a 2-parter. Yeah.
2-parter, yeah.
Okay. And then what time was that on then?
That was about 2 p.m.
Okay.
So in the midday
So
sun
I
again.
just spoke to Kelly. She said she did that at like 9 o'clock at night
Yeah.
or something crazy.
Yeah.
Did they overrun, or was that the time it was
That
scheduled?
was the time it was scheduled,
Was
yeah.
it? Okay. They're working hard then. The judges must have been working
Oh
hard.
yeah, long day for them.
Okay. And then we're going to day 3. Where you sat going into day 3?
Day 3, we probably sat in around like 20th,
Okay.
maybe.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah.
And then we had 1 workout in the morning, which was D-ball cleans and worm lunges.
Is this in the main arena?
Main
on the
arena
beach?
again,
Yeah.
so solid floor, which
Yeah.
is good for the
So
lunges.
yeah, because you lifted on a not solid floor. You did your heavy lifts
Yeah, it was on a platform
on a beach.
on a beach, so it was like a little bit uneven.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Did you notice it or not?
A
Probably
little
why you
bit.
got such a good lift. Just
Yeah,
flipped it up.
yeah.
Okay, so sorry, Sunday's workout, you're back in the main arena, D-balls.
Yeah, and worm lunges,
Oh, yeah.
and then it's just like 3 rounds, and then max D-ball cleans.
Is it quite cool?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
cool.
all right.
Hard.
I like the D-balls. You're all in a line, weren't you?
Yeah,
Is that
all
right?
in line.
Yeah, I
We
saw
had
some
a
clips, yeah.
60, 50, 40, 30.
It's cool, I like that. It looked good.
Yeah, it's cool.
Were you at the back shouting?
Mostly, yeah.
Yeah.
I was on 60 at the back, trying to call it as best I could.
Yeah, it's quite hard.
Yeah.
It's a D-ball in your
Scott
face.
helped me for like 2 reps. And then
What,
just-
on the 60?
yeah.
Did he? Oh,
And then he
good for him.
decided
That was a bit much.
that was enough of that. Went back to his 40. Sent me back to the 60.
Oh, he's on the 40, was he?
Yeah.
Victor on the 50?
Yeah, for
Oh,
most
good
of it, I
lad.
think.
Okay.
Scott might have done some of the 50 as well, actually.
Yeah.
So we finished that. And then we were like, cool, got ages to chill till our last workout. And then got announced that only top 8 doing the last workout.
Oh, okay.
So we were 13th after this one.
And did it look good? Did you see what the
It
last
looked, so all of us, like, first of all, we were like, oh, like, we really want to do one more workout, that'd be cool. And then we went, after we found out we weren't on it, went to Beach Bar, had a couple beers,
You're quite happy not being on it.
happy not being on it, and we watched it and we were like,
Thank God.
thank God we weren't doing this. It was absolute chaos. So it was like deadlifts.
Individual deadlifts on a bar synchronized.
Yeah, back on the sand arena.
Yeah.
So deadlifts on this like uneven platform, pair
Heavy?
synchro, relatively heavy, yeah. And then over burpees, no, burpees over like this kind of log, like a box get over.
Yeah.
And then worm thrusters in the sand. And this
Okay.
was like the highlight of the weekend for us as a team, I think.
What?
Watching the absolute chaos.
How
on
come?
these. I don't know if it's because it's heavier or what.
The
But like,
sand? What on the
they had
worm?
sand.
Do you mean?
First round they had to do 5. Next round they did 10. Like pretty much all the teams were fine. Got to the 15s and it was
Devastation.
people like getting stuck in the bottom, people on wrong sides, like falling over.
And you guys are just there with beers in the sun,
beers,
having a great time.
loving it.
Loving the fact that you did not qualify for the final.
Yeah, we were so happy. We're happy with our 13.
Yeah,
This
we'll
is
take
great.
that, we'll
yeah,
take that.
getting buried in the sands. Yeah, and then
Have you made a pact to go back next year?
Not quite.
What do you fancy doing? Do you fancy doing team again, or would you go individual?
I'd quite like to go individual.
And what are the categories for next year there?
So there's intermediate, RX, and elite.
Okay.
So I'd quite like 2 RX.
Would you? Yeah.
Be cool.
And Jeremy and Freddie, the father son,
they're in scaled.
Yeah, and they love it.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jeremy's contemplating doing it again if he will or not. He's done it 2 years now. It was Freddie's first year.
Yeah, so cool they did it.
First
Father and son, how cool is that doing together? We need to get your dad involved.
Yeah. I'm trying to get him to do the scaled, but he doesn't want to swim.
He'll be fine swimming. We'll give him a lilo or something.
Exactly. Swim alternative as well. 100-metre burpee broad jump.
Everyone swam.
Everyone swam.
In sand as well.
They don't care how slow they were, but no one was like...
Yeah. Oh, that's really good that they give them alternative.
Yeah.
100%. You should always give them alternative, especially for a swim with everything what's gone on with that. But no one took the option.
No one took the option.
100
Everyone
metre.
was like
weighted, but broad jump in the sand. Yeah, fine. So you go back next year. Yeah, I think I'd love to go over with Catherine. I think it'd be amazing to do that next year in a team. I'm all about team life.
Yeah.
There's no pairs, is there?
No pairs, no.
So teams of 4.
Yep.
Which is 3 and 1, unless you go RX teams.
Yeah, so intermediates, 3 guys, 1 girl. RX teams, 2
2
guys, 2 girls.
Okay, cool. Yeah, maybe. Hopefully we can get some teams from both gyms to go down and have
cool.
a bit of a weekend of it. And you stayed out. I heard you talking to Kelly there. So after that, beers on the beach, you all went out?
Went out. So there's an after party, which we learnt our lesson from last year. So it was at Marbella the year before. Went to the after party, like, we're going to get on it, like, get on the beers. Anyway, you go to the bar, like, have a beer. And they're like, yeah, turn the card machine around, €20. You're like, oh, okay. 1 beer will be enough. It's going to be a quiet night. So we learnt our lesson this year. We had like an Airbnb, we had like a rooftop terrace, which is cool.
That's very
we had like
cool.
A barbecue up there. And we just like getting the drinks in, like wine, whatever.
Whatever's going.
Was
everyone there?
Everyone from EDC was there,
Yeah, that's nice.
So I got on it, and we like assumed the after party would go until like 2 a.m. That's what they told us. So we rocked up at like 11:30, like buzzing, like good to go, just like dancing around, having a great time. Gets to 12, and like music stops. So we're like, oh.
You're just getting into it. You're literally just warming up into it.
Yeah. And then they're like, oh yeah, we're closed. And then they gave us wristbands for this other place.
Yeah.
I was like gone by this point. So I just went wherever I was told. I got this wristband. I was like, okay, we're going here. Like probably half an hour taxi across town to this other place, which ended up being quite cool. I think most people more sensible. They stayed somewhere a bit more local.
Yeah.
But we got this Uber, went to this place, got these wristbands for, and then we're out till like 3 a.m.
Was it good? Was it a good club?
Yeah, it was really good.
Was there any other CrossFitters there? Did a lot of people go there, do you think?
Yeah, it was busy.
It was there? That's cool.
It was busy. And also we had like our core group there.
Yeah.
Which is cool. All the younger ones anyway.
Yeah, I was going to say I would not be me at 3 o'clock in the morning. And then the best news is at 3 o'clock in the morning, what time did you wake up?
Woke up at 7.
To get a flight. Home. And then what did you do that night? Did you work?
No, didn't.
Luckily,
I got that night off.
There we go. See, I'm not that bad.
And then
not that bad.
up Tuesday morning.
Yeah, up to... Oh, mate. Well, that's very cool. It sounds great, like.
Yeah.
And I think people should be doing comps. It doesn't matter what level you're at. Just go there and celebrate your fitness. Like imagine you just did 1 comp a year.
Yeah.
To celebrate all that hard work you put in for that year, to go and do it, to have that, to let your hair down, to go in for a party and all that stuff. I think it's a really cool thing.
Yeah.
Maybe we should try as a gym to get more people involved to do that sort of thing, because we love it.
Yeah,
right? We love
opportunity to socialise outside that gym environment as well.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Cool. Yeah, forge friendships there, which is really cool. I want to talk about Crohn's, if that's okay. I called it Crohn's the other day. Catherine's like, Tom, you can't say that.
Google Crohn's disease.
Yeah, because for me, when I really noticed it was with you, is like going back to when you did that double strength training block. Wasn't it after that? Did you get whacked by it? Because you were like, you put on some sides. Can you remember the weight? Can you remember the weights? And you explain it. Can you remember how heavy you were?
Yeah, so after that strength cycle, got up to about 80 kilos. And then within like a week, 2 weeks, had a flare up and dropped down to like 70 kilos.
That is
like
insane.
20 weeks of hard work.
Just gone. Literally shat it out.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So explain to someone like me, I have no real idea. I've got a rough thing. Can you just explain what it is and how it affects people? It's different.
So it affects people differently. So I was diagnosed when I was 11. So kind of would have been end of primary school. Like ill, losing this weight. No one really knew what was going on.
You probably didn't have weight to lose, right?
Not really, no. I think I was probably like got down to like 50, 40 kilos, like lost like 20, 30 kilos in weight.
Jeez.
Like a lot. And then I didn't really know. They were like guessing, could be this, tried something, wasn't that. And then eventually got diagnosed with Crohn's, which basically autoimmune disease. So your immune system basically is fighting itself, like fighting your gut. In the sense for Crohn's, like anywhere from your bumhole all the way up to your mouth, so you can be affected anywhere there, like inflammatory. And like side effects kind of affect everyone differently. For me, I tend to be mostly okay. But if I have a flare up, kind of losing weight, like general fatigue, like sleeping like 12, 14 hours. And you
Not
wake
because
up.
you're lazy.
Not because you're lazy, but you're still like absolutely tired. Struggle to eat, like you eat, what you're eating's not really going in. So obviously like affects training quite a lot. Yeah, it's still like an ongoing thing.
Yeah, would you say, how often do you get flare-ups?
Probably like big ones, like once every 2 years.
Okay. And little ones or smaller ones than that?
Once a month.
Oh, really, do you?
Once every 2 months.
Yeah, okay, something like that.
Kind of, yeah.
And then can you see them coming? Are you like, is there anything you're like, this is a precursor, like you see it?
Not really.
You literally just go to bed, training great, next day you're wiped.
Like, wiped out.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's horrendous. But what like you've done whilst having that is amazing, like epic. Like so I really remember like the size you, and it was like a week's difference, like literally a week. And I was like, oh my god, he's like a suit of a man. Afterwards, I was like, poor lad, like all that training, all that effort, it's literally not gone out the window. It's still there. Your structure, your bones, your ligaments, tendons still got that strength, but you definitely lost some size and stuff throughout that time. Was it quicker to rebuild back up the second time round? Like, is it quicker? Is it? That's what people say. Once you've got the muscle mass and strength, was it just as hard?
I think, probably was a little bit quicker to get that strength back. Also kind of, it gives you that motivation to train for me.
Does it?
Like, because everyone's different, but for me, like, training helps it.
Yeah, you think?
So like, if I'm training, I'm active, helps kind of keep it
at bay in a way.
So like, even though I'd like put in that work, lost that weight, I was like ready to go again to try to build back up.
That's a credit to you, but some people might be the opposite. Might be like, what's the point?
Yeah.
What's the point? Yeah. Right? Okay, it's going to happen again. Have you thought about? I know I said this to you before, and I know you don't really get me an answer, but because technically you could go to the CrossFit Games as adaptive. Is that right?
Yeah.
As adaptive. Why not?
Yeah, I was actually talking to Catherine about this this morning.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
There we go.
So, I think I might give it a go.
Why not? Yeah, like just it's a comp, it's an experience. Go down. I think it's great, and I like truly well deserved. Like Rich Froning's not doing 20 weeks and then getting set all the way back to zero again. And they're not. Yeah. So that's why they have these categories, so everyone can go and compete with whatever illness or issues they might have going on, which is fantastic. I really think you should. You go through the rule book, make sure you can do it. I'm sure you got it. You know, whatever it's going to be. Have we missed out anything? What's coming up? Any comps?
Going to Milan in December.
Hang on, you haven't told me that. Yeah, signed off work. You haven't signed fast up by the boss yet. What's it for?
So I kind of assumed my teen days were over, like under 21, like done. And I found this under 23s comp.
Classic. I'm going to keep moving this bar for you guys. Yeah,
they kind of reached out and were like fancy giving this comp a go. That's in Milan under 23s. I think if you do well in that one, they have kind of multiple across the year. If you do well in that one, you qualify for like this big final in Mallorca. They take you to like this kind of big castle, competing against the guys who've done well.
Okay, so there's a couple of these like regional events, and then you all come together. Where do you know where the regional events are? Milan sounds like quite a nice one to go to.
Yeah, it's the Milan, Sweden.
Oh, cool.
They've done. There's one in Amsterdam. I want to say.
What's the company called?
And then the program.
Okay.
The competition's called the Crown. Crown by the program. Kind of suited it like younger people. Just trying to give them exposure to competing.
That's very cool.
It's cool.
What and that's in December.
Yeah.
Do you know what the workouts?
No.
Nothing.
No
Do you have to qualify or just straight there?
No, straight
like
in.
Invite only.
Yeah, invite only.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh mate, that's rad.
Yeah.
Has anyone said they're going to go with you? I bet some people from the weekend were like, "Yeah, I'll go to Milan."
Not yet.
Oh, not yet.
I'm waiting.
Okay. So we're looking it out, guys. If anyone's free in December, you're in.
Yeah.
On Greg's budget as well. Pay for you. Oh, that's cool. That's something to look forward to. What's the dates?
12th, 13th, 14th.
Okay. Mid-December. Might be wicked.
Yeah.
Bit of sun as well, hopefully.
Yeah. Don't know what weather's like.
Mum, Dad going?
Mum definitely not. Dad might. If I can't find anyone else. Last
You're actually looking for someone.
Yeah.
This is actually an official announcement. Please put it in the comments below. You can go with Greg to Milan, which would be cool. And then we got some cool things hopefully in the pipeline for EDC, which you can't talk about just yet.
Yeah.
So hopefully that'll be a great announcement if we can do that at some point. But yeah, Greg, anything for me?
No.
All good? Well, thank you very much for this conversation.
Thanks for having me.
Absolute pleasure, mate. Great to hear how you come from a CrossFit teen, started doing CrossFit as an athlete / coaching all at the same time, and now you're doing both to a really high level. And it's been great to see, from me, like to see your development. And then, like when Kath and I speak about it all the time, we actually speak about our coaches all the time. Every time she goes and trains, I ask for feedback. How was it? Bits and pieces. And like, I jumped into your session the other day, and I said to you it was a great session. I had no feedback. So you're doing great as a coach, and just it's great watching you develop as a grown into a young man. It's really cool, and your work ethic is great. So love having you on the team, part of the team. I think it's amazing, and I'm looking forward to, like I say, seeing what we can offer our EDC members moving forward.
Yeah,
cool. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. Hopefully that recorded. It's always a bit nerve-wracking going back here. Oh, it's getting cold throughout the session.